Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for the new Boom series, The Vampire Slayer. Um, Let me give you a little bit of a recap after we introduce the creative team. So let's go take a look at that first. Because if you only know Buffy from the show and not reading the comics, this is a great jumping on point, but you do need a little bit of backstory that the book definitely provides in the opening page. Um, So this is written by Sarah Gailey, with art by Michael Shelfer, colors by Valentina Pinto, and assist by Riccardo Giardini, and letters by Ed Dukeshire, who pretty much letters almost everything at Boom. Uh, but that's actually, Dukeshire is a very good letterer. Um, so after years of fighting against the forces of evil, Buffy Summers finds herself succumbing to the burden of bearing the Slayer mantle. To help his Slayer, Rupert Giles is willing to risk a return to chaos magic with Willow's help. They attempt a spell to remove the trauma from Buffy's psyche. The effect backfires, though, and leaves Buffy unable to remember her past or her purpose. With Sunnydale under attack, a new Slayer must rise to protect it, while Buffy's friends race against the clock to restore her true self. So, if you this little bit that I just read is part of the opening page, like it's above the credits. So you'll have that information as going into this issue. If you didn't, you can go back and check. And I want to point out that I think as we look at some of the art for the preview, um, Gailey does a fantastic job of like giving us this super bonker story of like Sunnydale's being attacked by a giant crab, and there's no one but the Slayer who can help us. But the current Slayer is out of commission, so we go in here to see the gang, and Willow shows up. And I think at this point, if you read the 25th anniversary issue of Buffy, the last story had Willow stepping up to fill the role of the Slayer, or at least that's what we're being led to believe. While Buffy's still being kind of around, but because she doesn't have her memory or her purpose, and maybe even not her abilities, um, she's kind of like just a really support, like just in a support role, while the team tries to figure out how to fill the void. Um, we have this introduction of this talisman that they need to use, and Buffy's really trying to remain as helpful as she can, but I mean you're fighting a giant crab, and I think the what I enjoyed the most about this issue, as we just look at some of their art, um, the focus is not really about this giant crab attacking Sunnydale. It's about the effects of Buffy not being able to fulfill the role of the Slayer and the team having to fill in that gap. So even though this book is full of action because of that crab attack, it's really that's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it very well, but it's kind of like a story that, not that it doesn't matter, but that's not what you should be focusing on. It's more like, I'm going to show you this, but I'm really talking about this. Hopefully that makes sense. So I really appreciated that. I really enjoyed that as I was reading. I do have a little bit more preview art here. The team, like, they're all working very hard, and I think Willow is a perfect replacement for a Slayer. So we'll see how that goes in the future. I'm very excited because I've been enjoying a lot of the Boom stuff that they've been putting out for either the Buffy or Angel and stuff like that. Like all those licensed properties, I think they've been doing a really good job at updating the material, giving us new stories that have that feel of the old school stuff. But you guys let me know what you thought of this issue. I recommend it. There's so many cool variants as well, which we'll see some at the end of the book, at the end of the video. But yeah, really fun stuff. So let us know if you picked up this issue. Let us know if you read this book. Leave us a comment. Make sure to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, movie reviews, all that stuff. On our next live, we'll be talking about the Batman, so stay tuned for that. And go check out our previous live, where we talked about comic book movies that are not very good. It was a really fun conversation. We had a lot of fun people in the chat, so Go ahead and make sure to check that out. Leave us your list in the comments. And now I'm going to leave you to look at some of those really cool variants. Let me know down in the comments which one you picked up, or tweet at us at Next Issue Pod on Twitter, and give a shout out to these amazing artists that are working on this stuff. So as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.